Hey, what's up? It's David Andrew Weeb with another Thought Thursday. It's almost 10 o'clock as I record this. It has not been a 13-hour day for me, so be happy for me. Things have been going very well, but my phone did blow up today, so that did set me back a couple of hours. I'm getting around to this a little later than I would ultimately like, but we're getting it done either way. And today's topic is this: bar is higher than ever. I think this is going to be a multi-part series because there's just so much to talk about, and this is a free-form show. It's not a show where it's all completely scripted and all figured out in advance, but this is one of those topics that does require some thought. I was talking with one of my colleagues slash friends today, and it just dawned on me that this is a really important topic, and so there's going to be a little more thought put into this. So the bar is higher than ever. Where I want to start with this, this is the introduction, right? So I wanted to talk about context, and then I wanted to talk about why. Context is this: I listen to a lot of business related podcasts. I watch various videos. I read books. I expose myself to quite a bit of content, marketing stuff, personal development stuff, entrepreneurial, things that inspire me, things that motivate me, spirituality as well. So those are kind of the key areas where I do a lot of hunting, searching, and gathering, and compiling, and curating. And so one of the things that I've started picking up in some of these conversations and discussions is that the bar is higher than ever. I want to look at this as it applies to content and art, and in a way that sort of encompasses everything. Like, it describes what most people, at least in my tribe, are up to and what they're doing. If you're creating content, then you're in business, very likely. And if you're doing art, then you're making music or visual art or some other modality like poetry. And now there seems to be a little bit of an expectation on things, right? Like, I don't know if you've noticed this about your own behavior. What I know about YouTube and user behavior now is that a lot of people go there to watch. And so programs, or let's say videos that aren't properly prepared, aren't properly put together such that they're there to entertain, get to the point, cover the things that the user or audience is interested in, people tend to skip over those types of videos because they came to watch, almost like a person that turns on the TV and flips through the channels to find something that they want to watch right now. That's sort of what YouTube is now becoming. So there's some things that don't have to be in perfect working order. You don't necessarily have to use a high-priced DSLR camera with 4K quality or anything like that. I don't think that expectation is there. But in terms of editing and production and audio, and like I said, getting to the point, talking about things your audience is interested in, covering the main things that they want to know about, that's become more important than ever. And even as an artist, let's face it, we create content. It's really what we do. We don't like to think of ourselves as content creators necessarily, either to attract an audience or to create something that people will ultimately buy. In a way, in a manner speaking, what we're creating is content. So that's some of the context around the bar being higher than ever. Whether you're starting a show, like a podcast that people want to listen to, or whether you're making videos or blog posts or whatever other type of content you might be creating, we're at that point now where people are getting better at creating more interesting, more engaging things. Now, it doesn't mean that the level of content or artistry has been pulled up because of it necessarily, but we are dealing with a world of expectations. So one of the things that I want to cover is why. Why are things the way they are now? Why is it so much harder to get people's attention, grow an audience? And besides the fact that there's just so many people doing it now, one of the factors there is just the pandemic. So many of us have actually been inside for the last 2 years, to varying degrees, right? But pretty much everyone, more than ever before, they've been inside. More and more people are working from home or working remotely. And more people are just watching Netflix or YouTube at night as opposed to going out. And that has basically meant that there's a growing awareness. You can write and make money online. You can make YouTube videos and get paid for it. You can podcast and grow an audience and grow your business on the back of it. And yeah, those are all possibilities, of course. But now it's like there's so many things competing for people's attention. And that is one of the challenges, of course, of being a modern creator. So that's some of the context and some of the why as I see it. I feel like I'm just really warming up, but I do kind of need to hold myself back and come back to you with the next part. I do have a lot more thoughts, obviously, but what are your thoughts on this so far? What do you think about the bar being higher than ever? Let me know, and let's continue this discussion.